Well, Lee, the first thing I'm impressed with walking through the front door has to be that internal courtyard. You just got light from every angle of the home.
Yeah, that's the feature of the home. Whether it's sunny or not, you can choose whether you go out in the rear or in the courtyard to have a barbie or fire pit.
Well, I've seen that design on other homes, but not necessarily on this size block. They're typically large, more country-style lifestyle properties. So it's a breath of fresh air to see something more unique rather than a typical sort of project home.
Yeah, that's what we've tried to get the architectural flair, I guess, into these estates that have got 500,000, 1,500 homes. And the lot sizes, they're all the same. They're all the same shape. The driveway's all in the same position. And just to get that difference is yeah, we're very proud of it.
Well, if I closed the door here and walked in and sat outside, I feel like I'm on, the cliff face in Torquay or Lorne, not in a housing estate.
Yeah, I think Kelly Slater would love it down here.
Oh, he'd love it.
Get him in here.
Him and Mick.
Yeah.
Also noticed that you've continued that beautiful timber facade into that courtyard as well. Again, like it's not something you see on essentially, a home at this price point.
Yeah, we've tried to appeal to the people or young professionals and families that are house proud. They don't just want the cookie cutter home, so we've tried to get some architectural timber on the front there that's very low maintenance.
And I've noticed the timber's actually started to go a little bit silver. Is that intentional?
Yeah, that's a thermally modified wood, so it thrives on neglect almost, a bit like the Zanzibar tree. So you give it a stain every sort of 3-4 years, just a light one. It's not a big deal. You don't have to, but it just helps it out, obviously gives it a bit more life. But
well, I love seeing these like that timber look when it's been like 10 years and it almost goes white. I'm like, that is ideal. That's my style.
Just sit back and relax and
sit back
enjoy
and relax. That's right, mate. Enjoy the house, enjoy the courtyard. Don't have to worry about maintaining.
Absolutely, that's it.
Well, as you mentioned, it is a very understated facade. It's hard to tell what's behind the facade. So what have you actually got in here?
The best thing about this home is we've managed to fit 4 bedrooms, 2 living and a master suite with ensuite and a little study nook in this home. A pretty good effort, especially with the courtyard, because usually with a courtyard you generally have to sacrifice a bedroom or a second living. So yeah, we're pretty proud.
Both the bathrooms, you've got the floor to ceiling windows as opposed to sort of your typical 1700. I despise those.
Yeah, we've tried to do a few little tricks here to make it feel more expensive than what it actually is. What we've done here is put in higher doors and windows and kept the ceiling at 2590, and yeah, it just gives that feeling that the ceiling is a bit more elevated than what it actually is. I
grew up on the Gold Coast, right? My dad was a tiler. Our entire house is tiled. No dust, easy to clean, and it's coastal. I've noticed you've done the same here.
Yeah, it is. It's been a bit of a controversy with the tiles down here, but the families love it because of those attributes. So it's not often you see it these days because of the engineered timber and stuff, but we think, again, like the joinery, it's a good investment because it's just something that will last. The team at Beaumont's helped us lay it all out and make sure all those 7 different types of tiles work together with the rest of the home.
Well, Beaumont were extremely helpful for us on the block. Good to hear they're helping you out as well.
Yeah, no, their account managers do a very good job.
And the beautiful hexagon tiles you got there on the splashback, nightmare to lay, but they look fantastic.
Bit of an investment, but I think it's worthwhile with the small space but big impact.
I think glass and mirror has been done to death now. I think tiles are making a trend back.
Yeah, people do spend a lot of money on their splashbacks. It's probably one of the first upgrades people do.
We've got to look at it multiple times a day.
Yeah, all day, every day.
And who wants to see a reflection of themselves?
Yeah, not me. Oh, what about you?
People would say I do, but I promise I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not that vain. Mate, this is a ripper courtyard. Is it big enough for a pool?
Yeah, absolutely. It's plenty of room here. You get a pool in. Just need to beef up the foundations and away you go.
Mate, I'd love to see one running along that wall there. It looked like it's inside the house.
Yeah, it would, and especially when you come through the front entry, it'd be the first thing you see when you open it up.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how private it is as well. Like the timber's beautiful, but then also because of the flat roof, like when you see the sky, you don't see the pitch line. Feels like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it is nice and secluded, which again is another benefit of the courtyard in an estate like this where the lots are smaller.
Well, you're only looking at one neighbour then here, aren't you? Rather, if the traditional out the back, you're looking at 5 of them.
Yeah, let's just hope it's a good one.
You'd hate to live next to me. Well, mate, if I was selling this home, I'd love the central hallway, the privacy it offers at the front. I love all the timber that you've got throughout. I like the way the master is separated from the kids' room. That's a massive feature, particularly the living room off the master. Like, mate, I'm putting that door in the design. That's a parents' retreat. Like, no kids here, right? And even this courtyard, like, it's so private from the neighbours. I'd put a pool in. I understand why you haven't, though. There's a lot going for this home. I can see why it's your most popular one.
Yeah, it's definitely popular amongst families, especially because the design is quite flexible. We have a number of different sizes of this home, and we do customise to suit people's needs. So whether it be a study or a separate studio for grandma or grandpa or something, we can definitely design to suit.
I'm losing clients left, right and centre because they're all fleeing the city to come down to Torquay.
Yeah, I know, tell me about it. Why wouldn't you? When you can build a house like this on an affordable block, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I think it's been a long time coming. I think COVID's just sort of brought it a bit more forward than what others may have planned.
Thanks again, Lee, for showing us through, mate. Really appreciate it. Until next time.
No worries, Jesse. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.